Racing requires speed. Here are 3 concepts to get the jib to work for you. 1. Trim the jib sheet to help power the sailboat. You already know the jib is trimmed, moving sail in or out by point of sail. Trim in, close reach. Let out, beam reach. Trim such that on an upwind course, the jib tails stream backward toward the leech. 2. Sailing in the groove, a wavy line, is a refinement of sailing close-hauled. Dancing the boat direction so as to snake higher into the wind to identify the point where the jib just begins to luff, then snake out of the no-go zone to fill the jib. This maneuver is done second by second. 3. Now we'll look at using the jib sail rigging to adjust power. The rigging is a fair lead block. There are 2, each situated forward of the jib sheet winches, port or starboard on the deck, here shown on starboard. The rigging is a fair lead block, basically a track in which a car holding a jib sheet in a pulley is moved forward or aft. Such moves change the draft position of the jib. The pulley here is in the neutral position. Number 3. To move the car position forward, lift the pin and advance to position 1 or 2. To move the pin aft, move the pin backward on the track to position 4 or 5. The details to understand this concept are aerodynamic lift. How much wind could be captured? This depends on the camber of the sail. Camber is determined by the sailmaker design, so you can't really change this. Draft is a position on the jib sail where the jib's sail curvature or belly is maximum, so you may change this depending on your sailing conditions. By the way, draft and camber are similar but not the same. The ideal draft position for a jib is typically about a third aft of a line between luff and leech. A sail with a deeper draft is fuller, while a flatter sail has less draft. Draft stripes on a jib sail help identify how far back the draft is and how deep the camber is. So you may control the jib sail shape or draft and thereby power by moving the jib car position in its track rail forward or aft. Forward reduces the tension on the foot of the sail, so the jib shape becomes fuller. Draft moves forward, provides more power in light wind. If you expect lighter wind, move the cars forward for a fuller shape so there's less tension on the foot and more on the leech. Sail becomes fuller. Aft. Moving aft increases tension on the foot of the sail so the jib sail becomes flatter, reduces power in heavy wind. Draft moves aft. If you expect heavy winds, move the cars aft for a flatter sail shape, so more tension on the foot, less on the leech. Sail becomes flatter. So if there's a wind speed change, you may check if the jib car positions are set correctly. In general, the boat you board likely will have cars in a neutral position, port and starboard. Check this. In this case, sheeting the jib would make equal tension on the leech and foot of the jib. So, head upwind and check if all 3 telltales are streaming back. Yes, you are good. No, then adjust the draft position of the jib. Here's how. Start in a close haul and slowly turn into the wind. Look to see if all jib tails flutter at the same time. If not, and only the top tail flutters first, move the car forward toward the bow. If only the bottom tail flutters first, move the car aft toward the stern. Repeat until all jib tails flutter at the same time. By the way, know that Colgate cars are adjusted at times the cars don't carry the load of the wind. For example, either one at a time on the windward side of a tack, then opposite tack.